Hello, and welcome to the Bluegrass Sports Show, or
The BS Show. We are two fat guys who talk crap.
I'm Carl,
I'm Perry.
the animal. Terrible. And today we are doing a draft kind of relative to the football draft that we've done a while back. It's been a while now. We're going to pick quarterback. We're going to pick 2 wide receivers, halfback, tight end, defense, and kicker, right?
And this is going to be for Kentucky.
Kentucky alone.
This is, of course, and I think me and him kind of went along the same mindset. We didn't go all-time Kentucky.
Not really.
We really went in the last 20, 25 years.
Not really.
Because looking at, we have some viewers
Who would know?
that are hardcore fan enough that might recognize names from like the 60s, 70s, or even 80s. I don't care. I know that was the greatest era of Kentucky football. I don't care. I'm going from the era that I've watched.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's the last 20 years. And it's been a very dismal 20 years.
But, I mean, you should still be able to put some good players on the field.
Oh, yeah, we can. I feel very comfortable with my selections.
Okay, so we are going to do the quarter for the first pick, and we'll do the same thing. Pick 1, pick 2, and then on from there. Okay?
Wait, what?
You pick 1 player. And then,
you mean Serpentine?
Yes, but
yes, okay. Pick 1, pick 2.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Tails, since you looked at it.
Okay, so you want tails?
Tails. I'll give you heads every time. I told you I don't care.
It's heads.
It's head. One of them, yeah.
Tails?
Uh-oh.
Heads.
Okay.
Give me Tim Couch.
I figured. So, I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to grab Cobb and Stevie Johnson.
Okay, I like those picks. The very complimentary picks as to where you're going to have a deep threat, you're going to have a chain mover. I'm going to counter those in just a moment, but I'm not worried about it right now.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take, and I understand this guy's playing right now on this team, and he's not even on my list. It's in my phone right now. But I think whenever it's all said and done, he will deserve to be on this list.
Right.
I'm taking Benny Snell as my running back.
There you go.
Taking Benny Snell.
I like it.
With Tim Couch at quarterback and the possible receivers that we could have out beside him, I'm going to like that.
Okay.
It's going to be hard to keep enough people in the box to bring him down in one hit.
Right.
And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop down and take my kicker.
Oh, man.
I'm taking the greatest kicker in Kentucky football history. Turn off your phone.
Every time.
I'm taking Austin McGinnis, another current player.
So, I'm going to take the Danny Trevathan defense.
Okay.
So that's my defense.
This is going back. This is late Joker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is a late Joker.
And I'm going to grab Jacob Temmey at my tight end.
I like that pick.
Yep.
I had him on my list. Danny Trevathan, that would have been
2011.
2012-ish. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my wide receivers here.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take Craig East, who was Tim Couch's number 1 target. Yep. And I'm going to take his second target, and somebody played actually a lot. He may have played with, I can't remember if he played with Couch or not. I know he played a lot with Jared Lorenzen. I'm going to take Derek Abney. He's going to be my slot guy, like Randall Cobb. He was Randall Cobb before Randall Cobb. He's the greatest kick returner in Kentucky history.
Now, funny that you bring up Lorenzen, because that's my quarterback.
Okay. Had you got first pick, I think my second option is Andre Woodson.
Yeah.
I was trying to choose between him and not Jared Lorenzen. I was possibly going to take Steven Johnson.
Ooh.
I have, as far as just pure quarterbacking skill, Woodson and Lorenzen are much better than Steven Johnson. Steven Johnson's a winner, man.
Yeah, he's a winner.
And
I'll give you that.
I would have gave a lot of consideration to him. Now, I don't know if I would have, but I was definitely taking Woodson over Lorenzen. I think you're making a very poor decision there.
No, I like Lorenzen. I liked Woodson
better
too,
than
though.
Woodson
was tough.
Woodson was a lot better.
He was.
Lorenzen was good, but Woodson was Woodson just a fantastically accurate quarterback.
And I'm taking Raphael Little.
He was my second option.
I'm taking him at halfback.
Second option. That leaves me with my defense and my tight end.
Yep, and I've got kicker left.
And you got kicker.
Yep.
I'm going to take another current player. And it's not because he's done so much at Kentucky. Whenever they went to him, He's been phenomenal,
Right.
but he's going to have a long career playing on Sundays. I'm going to take C.J. Conrad.
Mm.
I like him, especially if I can go ahead and take Cal Mummy as my coach. I like having C.J. Conrad as a tight end to throw to there. And I'm going to go ahead and take the 08 defense with Micah Johnson.
Yep.
Of course, you've got Wesley Woodyard.
Yep.
I'm taking that defense.
That's phenomenal defense. And a kicker, I'm going to take Pelfrey.
The 07, 08 defense.
I'm going to take Doug Pelfrey.
You taking him over Lona Seaver?
Yes. Pelfrey's the only one that's been drafted up to this point. So I'm going to take him.
The only thing Lona Seaver was a great kicker for Kentucky as far as just Kentucky football.
Right.
But what he's remembered for is just missing 2 or 3 field goals in a game. I think it was in the 07-08 year whenever we had Tennessee beat, and he just missed field goal after field goal in that game. And just, God almighty. A lot of people look at that rivalry and they see that Tennessee beat us, I think, 30 years in a row or 29 years in a row, whatever it was, the streak. They beat us 32 out of 33 years or 33 out of 34 years or whatever before this year.
Yeah.
And now we've won twice in the last decade. They don't put into consideration, they look at that and think it's so one-sided and that Tennessee was just this unbelievable power that we couldn't touch. Several of those years, now I'm not going to say half, but a solid third of those games, we had a better team, and we just couldn't close the deal. Same thing against Florida. It's not that Florida has been predominantly ahead of us in football throughout. Now, as a program, yes, but head-to-head, there's been several games where we've had Florida beat.
You're right.
And we just gave it away.
Okay,
we had a better team, and we gave it away.
Yep.
So,
but anyway, back to our teams.
Well, I got sidetracked off there. I'm sorry.
Now, quarterback, I'm definitely giving the nod to Tim Couch. I wanted him, but you took him.
I'm giving the nod to me, a halfback.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll take Benny Snell every single day over Raphael.
I don't know, man.
I liked Raphael Little. I didn't even have Benny Snell on my list initially. I had Boone Williams actually listed as my first option.
He was
tough. I'm taking Benny. I'll take Benny every single day over Raphael Little. Benny already has over 20 career touchdowns.
My second pick was Derek Locke, right behind Raphael.
Benny already has over 20 career rushing touchdowns. He was a 1,000-yard rusher last year in his freshman year, and he didn't even play the first 3 games.
Right.
So, give me Benny.
Yeah, okay.
Give me Benny. Carrying tacklers.
Now, what about wide receivers?
It's a push. I mean, I'm taking Craig East over Stevie Johnson, but I'll probably take Randall Cobb over Derek Abney.
Right.
Now, I would rather have Abney for special teams purposes because he's a great kick returner. And Lynn Bowden may trump this at some point, but Derek Abney's the best special teams player in the University of Kentucky history.
Now, tight end, I take Jacob Tammey. I do. I'm taking Tammey.
At this point, yes, but I think C.J. Conrad will be better.
It's hard. Defense, I don't know.
I like my defense.
I'm probably giving it to yours with Woodyard. I think who gives a crap about kicker?
Austin McGinnis. Austin McGinnis, the highest point scoring player in the history of Kentucky football.
I just don't know if it's going to matter.
The most clutch kicker in the history of Kentucky football. Just game-winning kick. The only game-winning kick he's missed was the Florida one, and it was from 57 yards.
Right.
And it just fell short.
Fell short. So, it was dead on.
It's not for a holding call. I have 100% confidence that he beats Florida.
Yep.
I mean, he beat Louisville on the road last year with a kick in the final minute of the game.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Mississippi State last year as time expired.
Right.
I'm taking Austin McGinnis has made an outstanding amount of straight extra points. And while extra points you wouldn't think it should matter, they get missed. And you can guarantee, unless Kentucky goes for 2, whenever Kentucky scores 6, they're scoring 7 because Austin McGinnis ain't going to miss.
Right. No, I'm saying that it just don't.
It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick. Like with our basketball drafts that we've done in the past, you can look at these teams matchup to matchup and decipher who's going to win, who's going to do what. With football teams, it's just it's just not that simple. You can make a case for either or.
Right, and it's they're both good teams. if we'd have had these teams together in one season, be fantastic teams. But
I do like the fact. Well, never mind. You got Randall Cobb. I thought I had Cobb, but I
No.
don't. So never mind. Never mind. I was going to say I do. I was going to say I like the fact that I have the two greatest pro players in the modern era Kentucky football on my team, but I've just got Couch. I forgot that you got Cobb. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh man, Couch. Gosh, he'd have been so much better if he had an offensive line.
If he went anywhere but Cleveland.
Yeah.
Tim Couch was great.
He was fantastic.
And he's in Kentucky lore. He's greatly respected.
Right.
In professional lore, he in some ways is looked at as a bust. He's the only quarterback to take the Browns to the playoffs.
But if you ask me, with what he had around him,
he got killed.
And his offensive line was garbage.
Let me tell you something. Having a garbage offensive line is the reason why Troy Aikman retired early.
Right.
Because he was getting killed and getting concussions.
Yep.
So having a terrible offensive line
makes a difference.
It doesn't matter who your quarterback is if he can't be protected.
Makes a difference. Makes a huge difference. Unless you've got Big Ben or Cam Newton who are going to break most of the tackles.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I mean, if they can break some tackles, it may make up for some of it, but that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, you still got to have an offensive line.
That's what makes the Cowboys so good in the league right now. I understand they've been slow thus far this year, but in the last 2 years,
the offensive line's been amazing.
Exactly. 2 years ago, whenever Romo was hurt the whole year, that while they had a poor record, they were in every game because their offensive line. They had Derek McFadden and somebody else in the backfield. And they were in every single game because they were able to run the ball because of their offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
The year before that, you have, I can't even remember his name now, the kid that come from Oklahoma and led the league in rushing.
Geez, what is his name?
I can't remember his name. He's not important. The guy that fled and went to the Titan or the Eagles and was garbage. I think he's in Tennessee now. He's not good. He's decent, but he's not
fled.
Good. He left. The Cowboys said that we have the best offensive line in football. Yes, you're good, but we're not going to give you all this money to hinder our chances of being able to re-sign Dez Bryant, who's one of the best receivers in football.
But I still, me personally, I got rid of Romo. But
last year you have Ezekiel Elliott lead the league in rushing as a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a testament to the offensive line. A testament to Romo's it wasn't that Romo was getting killed. It's just whenever Romo took a sack, he happened to get hurt.
Every time.
And his collarbones and his shoulders, they were made of
and I just didn't
Lego.
I didn't like Romo, period.
I liked Romo.
I did.
I was a Romo fan.
I was not.
If Romo had won a Super Bowl, Romo would be listed in the same breath.
If he'd done good things in the playoffs.
Well, just hear me out here. He didn't have as much talent around him as a lot of what other teams did. And a lot of talent that he did have would stay hurt. It wasn't just Romo that got hurt.
No.
You had Sean Lee in the secondary staying hurt.
Right.
You had Mo Claiborne, who they moved up to get out of LSU, but never panned out and was garbage.
Mm-hmm.
You had DeMarcus Ware, who was good, but he would stay hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the Cowboys' defense was never any good. They think of all the receivers that rotated in and out of Dallas.
This is a Kentucky football.
I understand, but
we have moved completely to Dallas.
Listen to me.
Both of us are Cowboys fans too. As well.
But think about all the receivers, the Cole Beasleys, the Miles Austins,
right.
All these guys that went through Dallas, that went elsewhere. They're not. Cole Beasley may actually still be in Dallas, but they were something.
Right.
There was a Bryant guy. I can't remember his first name now, who was with the Cowboys. He was excellent with the Cowboys because of Tony Romo. If Romo had more success in the playoffs and won a Super Bowl,
if he had more success in the playoffs, yes.
He would be mentioned just on his individual skill in the same light that you mentioned players like Aaron Rodgers. Whenever you have the same light, you have guys like Eli Manning with his 2 rings. You have guys like Joe Flacco. I'm not saying that he's necessarily better than Aaron Rodgers, but Romo is a consensus top 5 quarterback during his tenure with Dallas.
You think Flacco is?
At one point he was.
He was just...
Flacco was good at one point.
He was all right.
Whenever he had weapons around him.
Yeah, but you get enough weapons to anybody, they're not going to be great.
Not necessarily.
I mean, barring...
A few years ago, Carson Palmer had Chad Johnson and Terrell Owens, and they sucked. So don't tell me you put weapons around anybody.
At one point, Palmer was considered a really good quarterback. I mean, it's no difference. Who was that started for the Bears in 08?
Rex Grossman?
Yes, Grossman. I don't care how many weapons you give to Grossman.
No. So I completely disagree. If you can put all the weapons you need to have a quarterback that can make those. Romo was a top 5 quarterback. Nobody gave him that respect because of his blunders he had on the biggest stage possible.
Right.
His blunder. But Romo could make plays.
He could. I liked Romo in the regular season.
We got off on that because of the offensive line. We made our draft.
Sorry, guys, for going completely off topic. Well, I mean, it was still football, I guess. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button and that subscribe button. Share with your friends. Like us on Facebook, Bluegrass Sports Show, Twitter, Bluegrass Sport 2. Perry had something in the video besides some stupid A look. Almost cussed. That was A. Some stupid look. Don't give a stupid look. Add something with words.
I happen to think that my look is intelligent.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.